My name's Anita. I work in the Watford office for Work Choice. I've been working for Kennedy Scott since June 2014. Rhys was my client I took on in June, and he joined in 2013. Rhys has Asperger's. I started to help him. We were looking for employment for him in various different roles. And then he actually found a job in Currys in September 2014. And he's still there today. Rhys did have a few interviews before he got that position, and we did a lot of work to get him into that position by interview techniques, mock interviews. Rhys used to fidget a lot in interviews, didn't you? And we said, right, sit on your hands and just be calm. And the interview went very well at Currys, and he's doing absolutely fantastic. He's actually now thinking about moving away from home and living independently, maybe in 6 months' time. So working at Currys has given him lots of confidence. When I came into Kennedy Scott in June, how did you feel job searching and interviews were going?
Well, it wasn't really that successful at the time, of course. Times were tough. The economy wasn't doing good. I hadn't much terms of job experience, so the pickings were slim. But I was really grateful to meet you and come to the organisation. And times were tough, but I trusted you, and I went to work with you. And after a few months, I've got my job at Currys. Well, yeah, I'm very grateful. I'm very proud of that. I also say I'm very grateful for the help you gave me. If you gave me that help, I don't think I would have found it. I know what skills get for the interview. And you're right, I did fidget a lot. And I also did tend to go on a lot, but thanks to those skills, I pretty much nailed that interview.
You did.
And now, because of that, I've now been at the job for nearly a year. And I've gained so many immense skills, social-wise, in terms of work as well. Indeed, so that's why I'm actually very grateful to Kennedy Scott. When I first came in, I didn't know what was going to happen. I must say, I might have gone on a job, didn't know what job I was getting into, probably retail. And who knows, it only took a few months. I thought maybe it might have taken almost even longer, like a year. So you can imagine it was quite a relief when I got a call from Currys asking me would I like the job.
Good. And the support Currys have given you, I remember going down one time because obviously they overstretch your hours, and they were very good because they cut back on your hours, didn't they, when I came down and spoke to the manager, Carl?
Yes, there was a time around winter where the hours they were giving me were quite long, longer than I originally applied for, or what I said I was okay with. Of course, as you go to winter and busy hours, but I just thought, I don't think I could do those. I probably should have asked them, but because I'm that kind of person who doesn't want to be that guy, who doesn't want to create a fuss. That's why we got into contact with you, and so I'm glad you were able to talk to them. There was no big hoo-ha about it. That's why I was worried about causing a big drama. But that's why I'm grateful you came in and we got all sorted out with no real major issues. And now I'm working roughly about 16 hours or so a week. On a set number of days, Friday, Saturday and Sunday. It's over around winter time when it gets busy that more hours are required, but I'm prepared for that. And I understand that. But so it's actually gone very well in terms of structure.
Good.
And the Currys team Currys itself is a very supportive and friendly work environment. I've made friends with all the colleagues there, and they are very supportive of me. And the paperwork is very efficient, and I think it's a great place to work for.
Good. And now you're looking to progress into maybe banking or customer service?
Yes, I am considering very much looking to a new job that's related to customer service, but something related to it more, say, as a counter clerk, where I help customers on a one-by-one basis to counteract the really sometimes overcrowded atmosphere of Currys. I can sometimes get ambushed by customers. That's why, because the skills they've given me at Currys, I need to do transactions, product information, talking to customers a lot more one by one. I think I now have the skills to move on to that kind of job.
Good. It's excellent.
So
it's really good.
It's really open doors, yeah.
Definitely, because you're more confident, and working with, if you can work with crowds of people, especially over Christmas when it's really busy, working, doing the other things is good for you.
Oh yes, when I started in September, that was time a bit of a lull, but I bared the full brunt of what the winter sales were like. It was a very, so I came in probably at the worst time really. But no, but I always get through it, and I've managed to stay on this long. This is my longest job, and the job I had before that was at B&M retail, which actually helped set up the store. Before that I had to do volunteering. Like I said, it was a tough market to get into, especially with some of Asperger's. Some employees might be a bit more reluctant to take on. But yes, and that's right. So if I'm able to get through all these jobs with more tasks and more responsibilities, then I think it's almost like a ladder to climb to into something else, something more better paid, more tasks to handle.
Good.
Yeah, that's why.
And you've opened doors for other people because they can see in Currys now how you've worked with your Asperger's. Yeah. So maybe things can happen again.
Oh yeah, I mean they do want to take a lot of people from different backgrounds
I'm sure
and disabilities, but yeah, at least now they understand with Asperger's. If someone else with Asperger's or autism wishes to apply, they're more prepared.
Exactly. And I went down to Currys, I think 2 weeks ago, and spoke to your managers, and everyone's going, "Oh, Rhys," and everyone seemed to know you. It was like, what's this boy doing down there? He's a very popular young lad.
I always do try to get to make friends or be in good terms with my fellow colleagues, because if that's if it's not on good speaking terms, then it's not really a good work environment. But yeah, I like to meet them. I like to talk to them, have a chat with them, get to know about them.
Well, you're very popular.
Oh yeah, I think I am.
Good. And how do you think how did you find the experience with Kennedy Scott? Where, after the interview techniques and what we did together, did you find it useful?
Oh, Kennedy Scott, like I said at the beginning, yeah, but very good, very supportive. I mean, Anita, Charles, all the others who work here, it's a very friendly, encouraging atmosphere. You're very down to earth with me, talk about what was available, what was realistic. Yeah, you didn't sugarcoat it. You gave me skills such as what kind of jobs to look for, what interview skills, and you actually supported me settle into it. So just when you came down to talk about hours, yes, I definitely recommend it so I'm glad to have been a Kennedy Scott success story.
Good. And sometimes I spoke to Mum, didn't I? Mum didn't come in, but I used to have regular contact with Mum over the telephone, which helps. It does.
Sometimes she wasn't able to come in physically, but you were able to have a telephone communication, which is still good. Yeah. So it's good to have that multiple kind of rapport going on. That's keeping each other informed. Get on our progress. You kept asking me to come in a few times after work to see how I was doing. That's right,
and then you moved on to unsupported employment, which is fine, but we still keep in contact by email, and you always know, or Mum knows where I am, so you always can pop in.
So that contact is always there, which is also...
Exactly, that's what we're here for.
And again, I am immensely grateful for that.